So just moments away now, the teams have just had their photo, interestingly together, which has been a trend all across England this weekend, as we think back to the memorial game between Germany and England during the war. It's been a trend which has been kept up on all levels of football, where both sides have a photo together. Which is a lovely little touch, isn't it?
No, I think it's good to see that. I mean, much as you want to be competitive once the whistle blows, it's good to have that bond before the game.
Definitely. Now, we've mentioned how cold it is, but no doubt we'll have some heated action on the pitch to warm us all up today. And we are really just moments away now. You can see Tony Daly there in the middle, number 14, wearing very luminous boots. I don't think we're going to lose him in a hurry, are we?
Yeah, I think it's one of those where you've got to be able to play a bit to wear boots like that. It's a bit of a common trend.
Absolutely, and you've said yourself that, of course, the professionals, they're going to be, well, the ex-professionals, sorry, will be wanting to look stand out, you'd say.
Oh, definitely. As I say, it's you're playing for pride. You've been paid to play at the highest level, so you want to go out there and prove why you had a career in football.
Well, no doubt that the Birmingham left back will have his hands full with Tony Daly today. You just, like we said, expect him to be very fit, being the fitness coach at Wolverhampton Wanderers. But as for the rest, a bit of a mixed bag. We don't know what to expect, but I'm sure the opening minutes will set that for us, really.
I think, thumbs up from the referee. I think we're about ready for kick-off.
So here we go then, we're underway here at Sutton Coldfield Town, and it is going to be a fantastic game, high scoring we imagine, and straight away it's back into the Aston Villa half. Now Birmingham can move forward, but it's a good challenge there. And now it's over for Neil Wall at left back here. Tries to get that one swung in with his right foot. It's not a bad effort, and a little fumble by the goalkeeper, Rob Mills, but he managed to get it at the second attempt. And that's what you mentioned about the goalkeepers there. We don't know what to expect from them, and there might be a few little fumbles today.
Yeah, I mean, with Rob, he's a big lad, 6'4", 6'5". I think I know him as a guitarist from several bands. Very good guitarist, and we'll see what a goalkeeper he makes later. But whether that was for the camera, the little fumble,
perhaps. Right, it's a throw into Birmingham City, deep inside the Aston Villa half, and he goes back to Neil Wall again, but this time it's intercepted by Joel Maidenborough. And now Villa, for the first time in this game, can try and launch their first attack with Tony Daly with those fluorescent boots, and with the ball back to the Villa centre half, who can launch attack again. Now it's quite a wide pitch here at Sutton Coldfield, and I think both teams will be looking to use that by spreading the play as far as they can.
Yeah, I mean, that's already shown in the first couple of minutes. And
could be a chance on now for Aston Villa to get inside the Birmingham City half, and his ball played out wide to Mehdi Habara, who's clearly got pace, and that's not a nice little ball into the box and pulled back, but away there by Ryan Courtney, and it will be a corner kick to Aston Villa. And a very early sign there with Habara that he's got a little bit of pace there. Sorry, it's actually Darren Byfield.
It's actually Darren Byfield.
And he just had a lot of pace there. Only stopped playing a couple of years ago. He was originally at Kidderminster Harriers, and he could be a danger for Aston Villa down that left-hand side.
Well, he and his brother were both originally at Villa. Both came through the academy. Both went their own ways, didn't quite make it. I think there were two players that I think a lot of fans thought had promise.
A long-range effort now, our first one of the day, and that one flies way over the crossbar, clearing the netting
and into the car park.
That goal. And it will be a goal kick, which will be taken by Douglas Hogarth, which I say is an excellent name.
Yeah, it was number 5 for Villa, Marek Lasko. Quite tempted to send him out to the car park to go and retrieve the ball. How he managed to get it over those nets, I'll never know.
We'll save it to the end. I think there'll be a few over there by the end of the game. And now Birmingham try and get forward, but it's intercepted by Aston Villa, and the ball moved forward. And Villa can now break this dangerous little attack now in for Charlie Evans. Charlie Evans with a chance, and it's a good save by Hogarth, and then away for a corner kick to Aston Villa.
It's a nice through ball from Mark Thomas as well, so yeah, it's good. Nice bit of play. I think he's played a bit.
And very early on we can see that Aston Villa do have pace going forward, and they take this short corner for Tony Daly. Let's see what he's got now. A little cut inside onto his left foot, and then plays it into Nigel Parsons, who heads it away. And it will be another corner kick. Early pressure from Aston Villa.
I think that was quite a cheap corner, that, because didn't appear to be any Villa players anyway getting on the end of that. So
well, I think definitely a nervy start by Birmingham City at the back. And Hogarth comes out and claims that corner well. Nice safe hands from him early on.
And unfortunately the clearance has gone straight out for a throw. Came down with snow on it, that ball.
So it will be a throw in to Aston Villa deep inside Birmingham's half. And it appears Darren Byfield will take, and he takes it short into Charlie Evans. Aston Villa building on the edge of the area. And finally Birmingham City can get it out of that area and try and regroup again, but it's a ball straight back into the area again. Aston Villa aren't letting off here. And they keep moving forward, this time with Danny Cullen. The ball back towards Byfield, but this time it goes out of play. And Birmingham City can try and relieve some of this pressure now. Good start by Villa.
Well, to be fair, Blues came out of the trap straight away, but the last 5 minutes or so has been mostly all Villa.
Well, it is still 0-0. Just over 4 minutes played, but Aston Villa starting very pacey up front and do have pace to burn, especially in players such as Charlie Evans and Joel Maidenhead. But now Birmingham have a chance to break with Wall, and it's a good little ball inside towards Ryan Courtney, who has a chance. And it's a great challenge by Nick Hawkes there, and it will be a corner kick. And that just goes to show what Birmingham City can do on the break.
To be fair, that sort of came out of nothing. I'd say it was great defensive block there, but yeah, all of a sudden the break was on.
And of course, both these sides adopting different types of attack today. Of course, Villa going with the pace up front, where Birmingham City go a bit more of a physical presence with Ryan Courtney up there, who came very close then. Interesting style of play for Birmingham.
It is. We've obviously got the corner coming in now. I think it's Ian Thomas is going to take it, and he's taken it and cleared off the line.
And Birmingham try and get another ball inside, but this time it's an easy one for Rob Mills. He doesn't fumble that one, and now Villa can try and counter. But again, it's a bit of a risky throw there, and Birmingham City nearly got away there, and they actually have done.
Yeah, Darren Byfield had his pocket pick then. Right,
and the ball inside, and Rob Mills managed to hold on to that one. So a scrappy opening here at Sutton Coldfield, but still goalless after 5 minutes. And it could be a chance now for Charlie Evans, and he's still in there. Here's Dean Thomas, and just over the bar. That would have been a fantastic goal by Charlie Evans.
With an assist from the goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
It went straight through. It just bounced right the way through.
It just goes to show what can happen here. It's a wide pitch, but it's not a very long pitch. And that ball evaded all of the Birmingham defence, and Charlie Evans very nearly converted. Again, another poor kick allows Tony Daly to come forward for Aston Villa. Might try his luck, but he's just dragged that one wide with his left foot.
Yeah, it's a couple of yards wide, but I think he's just getting himself warmed up. He's definitely getting to the game now.
Now here's Ian Thomas into Wall. He looks early for that long ball, but this instead tries to carry it forward. And there's a chance now for Courtney, but the flag does go up. And I think he was a few yards offside there as well. Good defended by Villa.
He was. I think a couple of lads stepped up just in time, but he was definitely a yard or two off there.
Plays the ball up towards George Thomas, who could turn and switches it across now. And it's actually intercepted. Birmingham City can try and launch an attack now. They have men over on this left-hand side. And the ball through towards Courtney. Flag stays down this time, and a chance for Courtney, and this time it will run through to the goalkeeper, but a free kick is given.
Yeah, they definitely pulled him back there. Definitely pulled him back, but it was outside the box, so no pen.
But a very precarious position for Aston Villa to defend this one. Interesting to see who stands over it.
Ben Ress.
So let's see what he has from this free kick. It's a fantastic position and a brilliant opportunity to take the lead for Birmingham City with just under 8 minutes into this game.
Get ready for the rebound.
Here is Ress, and it hits the wall, and now Villa can try and get it away, but it might still be on with Wall, who will go all the way back towards Thomas. Thomas again, and this time it will run through harmlessly to Mills in the Villa goal. Here's Tony Daly. Daly again. This time tracked back by Wall. Byfield. Played over towards Habrara. And then we'll go out for a throw-in. Interesting to see which way the referee gives it. He gives it to Birmingham City.
Yeah, Darren's definitely, Darren Belfield's definitely started to come inside now, because I think he was a little bit left out, right way out on the wing. So, in fact, it looks like Darren Byfield and Tony Daly have actually switched sides.
Now here is Tony Daly on his new side. See what he can do from here. Cutting on his right foot. Might have an effort, but it's a good challenge there. But could still be on for Daly. It's a good opportunity. And the first goal of the game, and none other than Tony Daly scores it. And a lovely little move by Aston Villa.
It was a good move. The switch seems to have worked well. There was a bit of interplay there with Darren Byfield and Tony Daly. So yeah, the two pros.
Absolutely. You did just mention that they switched wings just before that, and Tony Daly being able to cut in onto his right foot and then managed to apply the finish. Nothing really, I think, Douglas Hogarth in the Birmingham goal could do about that one.
No. Good goal.
So we restart again then with Aston Villa taking the lead here with just 9 minutes on the clock, but Birmingham come forward now. Good challenge by Joel Maidenborough.
Little handball there, but there's no intent there. Villa seems to be on the
Tony
break.
Daly again now, and there's men over for Aston Villa. This could be a dangerous break. Here's Byfield. If he can get it under control,
Yeah, the ball
does
came
eventually.
Yeah, it's behind him, so always hard.
Daly again. You can see very early on that Tony Daly is playing as the playmaker for Aston Villa. Almost seems in a bit of a free roll, just drifting into the space.
Yeah, definitely. As I say, he was started the match on the right hand side, but he's on the ball again.
Well, this time Birmingham City can get away with it, and they can try and launch an attack of their own, but just a little bit frustrating for the Blues at the moment because they can't seem to get the ball forward to their front men. As for Aston Villa, they can with Habrara. You can try and turn inside. Will he get a shot away? It's a good ball. It could be 2-0 here.
Oh,
And it, unfortunately for Aston Villa, just goes wide. And should that have been another goal there?
you'd have thought so. I mean, I thought there was a block there, but it's gone out for a goal kick, so it wasn't. So you'd have thought hard to miss from there.
He seems to get themselves in the right position. Number 8, Danny Cullen. But now here is Charlie Evans, who does have a lot of pace, as we've seen from earlier in the game. Mark Thomas Mason was played wide to Habrara, who will try and deliver, but this time it doesn't make it through. That's not a bad effort at all, and actually strikes the post, I think. And now Villa can try and get the ball back into the area with Tony Daly.
Gets back on the right now.
Habrara again.
Looks a good player, Habrara.
Well, he's certainly got pace and a little bit of skill as well, as we saw just there. But now there could be something on for Birmingham City, as there's bags of room here for Alan A.J. Jones. Of course, we mentioned before the show, is brother of Lindsay, who unfortunately passed away, and he's the wife of Ken Mole. But now as men of Birmingham City with Ben Rees, ball back inside. They go, and on that occasion it wasn't to be. Just losing his foot in there on the 3G artificial surface here.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be waking up in a cold sweat thinking of that moment tonight.
Well, here is Cullen. Tries to lift that one over for Charlie Evans, but this time Birmingham can bring the ball away. And an important interception there at the back by Jamie Brooks. If he didn't make that, then Courtney surely would have been through on goal. And this time the referee does blow for the handball.
He did blow.
Not a lot you can say about that already.
No, you couldn't. You did think, yeah, kind of intentional. I think that.
Here's Byfield. See what he can do here. It's a good challenge there by Jones, and now it could be on for Daly, who delivers. Not a bad delivery, and Birmingham City luckily can get it away. Now I was going straight through to the goalkeeper. Maybe he was lacking a call from Hogarth in the goal. He could have put it on it maybe comfortably.
Yeah, definitely. It's it was pinging around in the box, and I didn't think somebody needs to take charge of this.
It's a nice ball through to Habrara again. It's causing lots of problems. Tried a little back heel to Daly. It would have been nice if it came off. Daly put his thumbs up to signal his appreciation for that attempt by Habrara. He's only a young lad as well, isn't he?
Yeah, and to be fair, he looks a player. From what I've seen in the opening few minutes, he definitely looks a player. Very quick, nice feet.
Well, here he is again, running into the area. We'll take on the Birmingham defence. And here's Steve With, who tries a little attempt there, hitting the side netting. And that was very nearly his first of his self-proclaimed 3 goals today.
Yeah, I think Stephen's only been on the pitch a couple of minutes. Didn't actually see who he came on for, but yeah, he definitely wants to get on the score sheet, as you can tell by a shot with his, I think it's his first touch.
Well, I think that will be the trend of the day. That will be roll on, roll off sub. Lots of new players coming on the pitch every opportunity. Here's Hawks then. Play a long ball, but that won't cause any problems for the Birmingham defence, and we'll go out for a throw in deep inside their own half. While the throw in taken, we'll go back to Hogarth in the goal. And again, doesn't get very clean effort on that, but he managed to save it. And it could come back now, but the flag is up. The flag is up against Danny Cullen. But again, Danny Cullen finds himself in the right area.
Yeah, he was. I think a few of the Blues, a few of the Villa players have decided that kicking isn't the goalkeeper's strongest point. So yeah, I can't see him pushing up too far when it's a goal kick.
Well, that was certainly a let off for the Blues. Hogarth's kick nearly got himself into trouble, but they managed to get away with it. And now Blues can come forward. It's a good run by Jeff Horsfield. It's interesting to see what sort of position Jeff Horsfield's playing. Of course, we've known him throughout his career playing as a centre forward, and he seems to be playing centre half today.
He does. I think it's one of those where he's he definitely hasn't been taking too many strides up that end of the pitch yet. So I think he's just biding his time. I'm sure the pro in him will make him go up the other end at some point. I'm sure he'll want to be on the score sheet.
Well, of all the players on the pitch today, Jeff Horsfield has one of the best histories in Blues Villa derbies. Scored quite a lot of goals against the Villa, and I'm sure he would love one today. Even if it is just a charity game, Jeff Horsfield still always have that competitive edge.
I think that's it with all the pros, isn't it? You never lose it. So I've seen a few charity matches in my time, and yeah.
Could be a chance on here for Villa with Charlie Evans battling away with George Thomas, but George Thomas manages to get away. Good defended by him, and it will be a throw in to Aston Villa deep inside Burgo's half. There we see the coaching team for Aston Villa there. Looking on fairly happy, I think, with the game so far. 16 minutes gone, and a bright performance from them so far, taking the goal early on through Tony Daly. There's still plenty of time in this game for Birmingham to get back, and they might have some space to do so here. Here's Byfield. And ball back, very nearly making it to Steve With on the edge of the area, but Horsfield can bring it away. And I think already we can see that he's starting to get the desire to go forward, but he was caught there, and now Villa can come forward. And it's not a very good ball into the area. Not enough men forward, I think, on that occasion for Aston Villa. And Hogarth can launch a Birmingham attack.
I think Jeff Horsfield was definitely waiting for the referee's whistle there. I think he thought he was hacked down.
Here's Charlie Evans. That's not a bad ball to Tony Daly. A little bit too much on it, but the intent was the right thing to do, absolutely.
Oh, definitely. I think it's one of those where I think everybody's going to want to try and make the most of the day and get on the score sheet if they can.
Well, you saw the Birmingham City bench there. Paul Devlin waiting in the wings. He'll be looking forward to getting a run out today. A very good player who still plays. He actually plays his games here for Romulus in the Northern Premier. So interesting to see what he'll have on offer for us today.
And again, it's another local lad as well. So yeah, as well as he'll definitely be up for the game today.
Without doubt. Well, here's Byfield showing a little bit of trickery on the edge. Might be able to get a shot away. onto his right foot, and it's a good save by Hogarth. But there you can see exactly what Darren Byfield could do, cutting in from the left-hand side onto his right, and then Hogarth was there to stop.
Yeah, he's definitely decided he doesn't want to be out on the peripheries of the game. He's definitely cut inside now, and he's having more of an impact.
It's Daly's delivery, and this time it's away by Ryan Courtney.
For another corner.
Here comes delivery again, and this time it's an opportunity on for Evans.
It's in.
And it is the second goal of the game for Aston Villa. Charlie Evans, who isn't the biggest player on the pitch, gets himself in the right position, and it's a free header. And again, Hogarth, he got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out of the goal, and it is 2-0 to Aston Villa. Let's take a look at the replay. Good delivery by Daly, and no one's picking Evans up, and it was just a matter of the right place at the right time.
Nice stooping header. I think Stephen's a bit gutted that it wasn't a foot or so lower, so he could have got his head on it. But yeah, the ball's in the back of the net. I think there's a
Well, it looks
substitution.
like Birmingham changed things up.
Yeah, Martin
And it's
O'Connor.
Martin O'Connor coming on, and a man to watch, I think. A very dangerous player back in his day, and he still looks in fairly good shape there, Phil.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely looking in very good shape, and he's actually come on for Dean Lomas, who I know Dean very well as a good drummer.
Well, unfortunately for Birmingham City, they find themselves 2-0 down with just 20 minutes on the clock, but still plenty of time left, and I have a feeling there'll be plenty more goals for both sides today.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Villa started with a couple of the pros on, and yeah, I think Blues have suddenly decided. I think we're going to change things around a little bit.
Here's a chance now for Courtney.
Go on.
And
That's it.
Birmingham City have pulled one back, and that's just such a vital time to score a goal, hitting Aston Villa straight back after Charlie Evans' goal, and Ryan Courtney pulling one back for the Blues.
Oh, definitely, and you can see what it meant to him as well. So yeah,
Game on.
it's good, and it's good to see that a couple of the goals have been scored by the non-pro players. So it's good.
Well, a great goal by Ryan Courtney at a very tight angle as well, and managed to divert it past Rob Mills, and it's now Aston Villa 2, Birmingham City 1. It's Martin O'Connor, very composed, into Wall, and now Wall could try and get the ball over across, but Mills comes out and claims one, a little bit hesitant, but you can see it again, Courtney is getting himself into the right areas.
No, definitely. He's yeah. Apart from the slip early, he seems composed. I think he's one definitely to keep an eye on today.
And there could be a chance on here for Villa, and it's a good ball towards the back post, towards Daly, but it will go out for a goal kick. And it really is end to end here. It seems every attack, both teams find themselves through on goal.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I think when you've got people coming along, so it's for charity, and you want to see goals. You don't want a boring 0-0. So we're already 2-1 up. So
The goal scorer of that last goal for Birmingham City, Ryan Courtney, has just came over to the bench actually signalling he's got a bit of an injury. Seems to be holding his thigh. So on Birmingham City's behalf, they'll be hoping that he can get that sorted as soon as possible. I think he's just waiting for the sub now, and it is going to happen. It's Paul Devlin coming on. We've mentioned earlier about him. We're looking forward to seeing him. So number 12, Paul Devlin, will slot into the formation.
and it's rolling sub. So I would have thought Courtney will want to get back on again. It would have been hard for him to come off there. So I'm sure he'll want to come back on the game.
Definitely. But as we said, of course, these aren't regular footballers. A few of them play, a few of them don't. So there will be a lot of substitutions today and a lot of water on board. And that's a very good ball. Now here is Paul Devlin. We can see what he has now as he will try and launch an attack. And it's a good ball into Wall. And Blues have men in the area, and that's not a bad ball. And it will go through for a throw-in. And I think, to be honest there, the Aston Villa defender knew exactly what he was doing there, Marek Lasko.
Oh, definitely. He was touch tight to him. Definitely put him off.
Maybe a little nudging about, but nothing wrong with that. Just excellent defender, I think, knew exactly what he was doing. And now Aston Villa can try and come forward again. There's O'Connor into George Thomas, who will jink away from the Villa defence, but there could still be a chance on for Alan AJ Jones, who looks to play the ball all the way back towards Jimmy Jones. But now there's space for Aston Villa with Byfield bringing it forward. Now 4 on 3 here for Aston Villa. Byfield's got options to his left with Steve With, and out comes Hogarth and does very well. The flag is actually up against With, and possibly you would say a waste opportunity for Aston Villa here, as it was 4 on 3 at one point.
Oh, definitely. I think, it looked like a certain goal, I thought, for a second or two. But Blues got back. They recovered well. So they were definitely pushing up before. So again, they're not going too far up the pitch for the goal kick.
Well, there's been a bit of a change around for the Aston Villa team. Seems like Harbrara has gone back to right back now, which is an interesting move because he was causing some problems for Birmingham City going forward.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look across, and yeah, he's definitely taken more of a defensive role in the last minute or two.
Nice ball by Devlin over towards George Thomas, who will try and get a cross in and might have to go back towards Jones, who delivers, but it goes over the crossbar and very nearly cleared the net as well.
Yeah, I think there was a few worried people down there looking at their cars in the car park thinking, I know exactly where that's going.
Well, I parked down the road. I knew this game was coming. I knew what was going to happen.
Thankfully I'm in the second row, so I think it'd take Johnny Wilkinson to get my car.
25 minutes gone. Aston Villa 2, Birmingham City 1. The goal kick will be taken by Nick Hawkes, and that's more like it. A big long kick, but it's a good header away by Ian Thomas. And now Paul Devlin has it in possession for the Blues down the left wing. And we'll come all the way back for Thomas again. Plays a lovely little ball. But Villa can intercept. And Mills plays it well. And Hawkes adds a little bit more onto it, and Villa can get down the field now.
Yeah, look now, I think the decision to bring Habrara back is purely because of Paul Devlin being on the pitch. That's definitely the reason for the switch.
I agree. Birmingham looking the most dangerous down their left-hand side with Neil Wall and now Paul Devlin, who are both causing some problems. And here is Wall, and he'll look to try and play that ball down line into Devlin, but this time it is intercepted by Ian Hamilton.
On to Tony Daly.
Ball played onto the edge of the area for Joel Maidenborough, and that's a good ball in for Byfield. Maybe a little bit overrun, but he will keep it in play, and Aston Villa have men in the area. Here's Jeff Horsfield, and that's a nice little ball into Thomas, who could try and bring it away now, but he turns back inside and then releases it to Jimmy Jones.
Well intercepted there.
And here's Harbrara, manages to get forward into Daly. O'Brien will continue his run into the area. Still Daly, and not a bad effort at all into the side netting. A very direct player, Tony Daly. You can see very early on he's trying to get inside and get that shot away as soon as possible.
Yeah, I thought that took a little deflection there, but clearly not. And another goal kick.
Well, there is a very low sunlight here at Sutton Coldfields. We're well sheltered here by the stand, hence why the shadows on the pitch. But I'm sure once that sun goes down, it will get a little bit chillier here in Sutton Coldfield. Into Byfield now. Into the area. This could be a chance for Aston Villa. Byfield, it's a great tackle by Jeff Horsfield. Showed exactly what he could do for us at centre half. And the ball has crossed the line, so will be a throw-in to Aston Villa. Stephen With, who we spoke to before the game, will take the throw-in. I think very early on you can see that Aston Villa are trying to get that ball into Tony Daly at every opportunity. Even the long balls in, you see he was looking for it then at left back. He was looking to get that switch ball into Tony Daly, and Birmingham have got to be aware of that.
Yeah, interestingly, I think Habrara's moved further up the pitch again now, so a switch again at right back.
Here is Habrara with some space to run into. He's got Daly alongside him, who is offside. A little bit of naivete there by Tony Daly. You'd expect him to, if you watch the line, a little bit better than that.
A little smile at the linesman.
It's all good for him. Little flip by Habrara, and he get it back under control. Jinks away from Ben Rees, and the ball behind for Stephen Whip, but it will run through to Douglas Hogarth, whose throw is intercepted by Byfield. They couldn't quite get it under control, and now O'Connor can bring it forward for the Blues.
Nice ball from Darren Byfield through to Stephen With.
Well, it's 29 minutes gone, just coming up to the first half an hour, and who do you think's been a standout performer so far?
To be fair, I would say it's probably one of the non-pros. I'd say Habrara. For me, I think looking at both teams, he's one player that seems to have made big differences. Hasn't had a bad touch, and I'd be very surprised if he doesn't download this later and post it on YouTube.
It's one to share the grandkids. Well, talking about players who are making a difference, Ryan Courtney is back on the field now, following a little stint off, and here is Courtney. He might be able to get in behind there, but it's good defending by Ian Hamilton, but still have it, and it could be a chance on here for Birmingham, but Aston Villa recover wonderfully, and now they can try and bring it away. But it's only as far as Paul Devlin. Across to another former Birmingham player, Martin O'Connor, who will try his look for range.
Oh, I thought that was in.
And it strikes the post. We said when he came on, you've got to watch Martin O'Connor. He's still got it and showed exactly what he can do there.
No, definitely. I mean, that was probably 35 yards out. And yeah, very unlucky that didn't go in. As Paul Merson said, hit the beans, Jeff.
An entertaining start to this game. 30 minutes gone now. We've already seen 3 goals. And 3 good goals as well, you'd have to say, Phil.
Oh, definitely. It's
and there could be a chance on here for Peter With, who just can't quite wrap his foot around that one.
No, he didn't seem to look up there.
I think he's got one thing in his mind, and that's that hat-trick.
Definitely. Yeah. And so when he scored 3 last year, yeah, he'll definitely be looking to repeat that if he can. But not with shots like that, he won't.
Absolutely not. But here comes O'Connor with ball into Thomas, who can drive now at Lasco and might be able to pull it back. And then a chance. Oh, and there it is again. And the Blues pull level, and it's that man we mentioned again. It's Ryan Courtney. Did take a little deflection on the way through. Be interested to see the replay on that one, but Ryan Courtney gets his 2nd goal of the game, and it's Blues 2, Aston Villa 2.
To be fair, when he went off, I did think it wouldn't be long before he'd be back on.
Well, it's a great little ball back by Thomas, and there it is, and he put some power into that one, and there was nothing that Rob Mills could do about it. I think it might have just got a touch off Paul Devlin on the way, but I think Paul Devlin will be happy to let Ryan Courtney have that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. He certainly didn't know a lot about it. Well,
We're all square again. Aston Villa threw away a 2-goal lead, and now Birmingham City are back on level terms. Here is Stephen With. It's Paul Devlin. You could try launch a bit of a counter-attack for the Blues. It's O'Connor.
He's definitely made a change since he's come on.
Without doubt. Now here's George Thomas. It's a good ball inside again towards Courtney, but this time he can't get it under control, and it will run through to Rob Mills. And interesting, we spoke about Habrara down the right-hand side for Aston Villa. Similarly for Birmingham City with George Thomas, who's came into the game a little bit more recently. He caused some problems down there. Oh, definitely.
There's a few players that maybe had nerves to start with, but we're half an hour into the game now, so some of these players that, I say maybe not the ex-pros, but they're definitely stepping up the game now.
Without doubt. Corner kick to Birmingham City, delivered in towards Courtney, who couldn't quite get his head on the ball. And now Habrara is challenged there at the back, but there could be a chase on. But Byfield, the flag stays down, and out comes Hogarth. He thinks about it, and he falls, and Byfield might have an easy goal here.
Oh, he's put it wide.
And he's put it wide. And, well, Hogarth was in no man's land there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't getting up from that at all. So, yeah, he not a good experience. Sat on the seat of his pants.
Well, I think Darren Byfield will be kicking himself for that one, an open goal, and he managed to convert it wide, but there could still be a chance of Villa with Habrara, and that is a great goal. A wonderful piece of skill by Habrara, lifting it over Hogarth's head and then passing it calmly into the back of the net, and Aston Villa have regained the lead once again.
Good goal, composed goal, and deserved from his play, I think, so far. So he was playing right back about 10 minutes ago, and now he seems to have taken a more central role.
While Hogarth committed,
Oh, he's coming off.
and didn't quite make it, and Habrara did the rest.
Better kick there from Hogarth in goal.
He's starting to settle into the game a little bit more. Bit of a strange performance so far. A few errors, but a few really good saves as well.
Oh yeah, I think it's one of those. Nerves are always going to play a part, particularly in the early stages. But as I say, once you settle into the game, people can see more of what you're made of.
Well, the ground's continuing to fill up as the game goes on. We're actually joined by a few people around us in the stands now. People trying to get a bit warmer, I suppose.
Well, yeah, it can't be warm down there.
And it will be a free kick to Birmingham City, just inside their own half. Jeff Horsfield coming over to take. And he tries that ball early towards Devlin. He might have just paid off as Paul Devlin into the area. See if he can finish. Of course he can.
Yeah.
And it's 3-3 within the first half here. And that was a bit of a rolling back the years, we'll say, for Jeff Horsfield and Paul Devlin. One they might have worked on in training.
Yeah, I think so. It was a very good goal, well worked. I think caught the Villa defence cold, but definitely onside. I think they thought we played him off, but no, very good goal.
And well, kids, that's how you finish.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we did highlight Paul Devlin before the game. They would be a danger, and he has scored the equalising goal for the second time. Birmingham come from behind to level things.
Yeah, Dean Lomas is back on the pitch now, just coming number 6.
Well, Lomas straight into action here with Byfield, and this time he does very well to hold off Darren Byfield, and now can try and bring it forward for Blues with George Thomas O'Connor.
Well, we said we wanted goals. So we said we wanted goals, and hopefully the fans won't be disappointed. 3-3 all already, and it's only 36 minutes on the clock.
And there could be another one here with Daly if he can get to that one, but Hogarth comes out and claims it at the second attempt. Birmingham City definitely looking a lot stronger now. They've got that almost the core of the team with Horsfield at the back and then Devlin and O'Connor in front of him. Definitely strengthened the Blues team today.
Definitely, and so with Jeff Horsfield playing at the back, which you'd have thought was a strange decision, but he's doing a good job. But yeah, knowing Jeff Horsfield, I can't see him staying at the back for the whole game. We all want to get on the score sheet.
Of course, we are talking about people on the score sheet. Here is Evans again, and this time it will run through to Hogarth in the goal. Both teams very keen to commit players to their attack straight away, and I think maybe in the second half when people start to tire a little bit more, players might get a little bit lazier in terms of their forward runs.
Yeah, definitely, but there's no let up for Ryan Courtney, number 5. He's on for his hat-trick, so he's chasing every ball.
Well, if you're just joining us, it is 3-3 here at Sutton Coldfield, Aston Villa playing in their oh so recognisable claret, and Blues playing in their traditional royal blue. Aston Villa were 2-0 up, but Blues pegged them back to 2-2 before Villa took the lead one more time, and then Blues managed to pull one more back with Paul Devlin.
Disappointing then from Byfield. Great run down the left-hand side, and then a disappointing cross at the end of it. So
just seems to be the final ball. It's a problem for Aston Villa on some occasions.
Oh yeah, I think there's a few times when they've been on the break, and you think it looks like a certain goal, but then the cross has let them down. So
now there's a chance on for Byfield. He's got loads of space to run into. Here goes Byfield. Not a bad effort, but just wide the post, and he really wants that goal, doesn't he, Byfield?
yeah, definitely. I think he's been trying to supply the ball before, but I just thought I'm going to have a go at it myself. And it wasn't a bad effort. It was only a few less than a foot wide, I'd say.
Right, it seems like a few players have shifted around positions again. Charlie Evans, who's been playing up front, has seemed to drop back into the right back position, but there could be a chance on for the Blues, but they managed to get it away, and now they can come forward with Cullen.
Intercepted by
Jeff Horsfield, and he goes against him, and it will be a free kick on the centre of the pitch.
A bit too strong for the referees liking that.
Well, you wouldn't expect anything less from Jeff Horsfield. Could still be on for Daly with Evans. It's not a bad strike, and Hogarth saves and then whipped away by Horsfield.
Interesting, he chose to parry that, and it pinged around the box for a while. He thought danger's not away yet.
Well, luckily Jeff Horsfield was on hand to remove the danger, but still Aston Villa are camped in the Birmingham area at the moment with Byfield. Still Byfield, and it's a good challenge on this occasion, and Blues will try and get it away. A bit of a goalmouth scramble there. They can eventually get it away with Lomas into O'Connor.
I think Dean Lomas looked up at the referee then expecting a whistle to blow then. I think he thought he'd committed a...
It's not always the best thing to do, is it? Bit of a giveaway. Courtney battling away. Lose out on this occasion. That's not a bad strike by Hamilton, but it's not going to... Well, I was about to say it's not going to trouble a goalkeeper, but it very nearly did. And of course you can't blame the surface on a day like this in wonderful condition here at Sutton Coldfield Town. Of course artificial, which is a growing trend across the United Kingdom, and it does look in impeccable condition, doesn't it, Phil?
It does. It's an interesting service. It's massive improvements in recent years on these artificial pitches. I know years ago the players hated playing them because you'd get all sorts of injuries. You don't expect to be on a pitch and get burnt.
It certainly is a new experience. George Thomas is bundled over, and it will just be a throw-in opposed to a free kick, which I think what George Thomas was looking for. And Lomas loses out this time to Steve With.
Yeah, good friends, Steve With and Dean Lomas. Played in the same band a couple of times. Not necessarily on the football pitch together very often, though.
Opportunity on now for Daly. Daly might be able to keep that one in, while Villa try and crowd people into the area, or Birmingham City try and regroup. Jeff Horsfield commanding that defence, and there is Evans, and he couldn't quite get a right connection on that. I think he was caught in two minds whether to bring that one under control or have an effort, I think.
Yeah, I think he actually had time to bring that down, but yeah, just snatched it first time. Harmlessly wide.
It's a big clearance away by Ian Williams, which finds itself into the Birmingham dugout.
thought that was on its way to join us in the commentary box for a minute then.
Chance now for Byfield. And there it is. He finally gets that goal that he's been looking for. And you can see just what it means to him. And that one was a gift to him, really. And he really couldn't miss that one.
No, I'd say Stephen used his strength, forced his way through, and then I don't think Darren Byfield could believe his luck there. Left completely unmarked in the box. Just took his time, put it away.
Well, it's the ball across by Peter With.
Stephen With.
Sorry, Steve With there.
Be pretty
He's
impressive.
reminiscent of Peter With.
Yeah.
That's why.
Be pretty impressive if Peter was doing that now.
Now here's Thomas. Got a chance to pull it back now. Alan Jones flying into that challenge. And O'Connor will try and get there first before Byfield, and he does so. But instead it's a free kick given to Aston Villa. O'Connor not very happy with that decision.
No, let's say it may well be for charity, but you can see what it means for a lot of these players.
Right, here's Lomas. Into George Thomas again. Wants a little give go. That's a nice little ball. And it is just cut out by Nick Hawkes. But you can see the intent there by George Thomas. He's clearly thinking. He thinks like a footballer. A very good player.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by the standard of a lot of these non-players. Again, for charity, they've all paid to play today, but yeah, there's a few out there that definitely look like they played a bit.
Well, again, it's 4-on-2 here for Aston Villa, and it should be a goal into Tony Daly.
Oh.
And I don't quite know what happened to Tony Daly. I just seemed to lose his footing.
A bit of an air shot there.
But again, Aston Villa come again with 4-on-2. I don't know where the Birmingham defence has gone, to be honest. And here is Daly. He's got a second attempt now. And this time, he places it into the back of the net for his second goal of the game. And, wow, where was the Birmingham defence there, Phil?
I don't know. Where's Jeff Horsfield playing there? He seems to have pushed up and left his men stranded.
Well, Paul Devlin in the centre of the park there, just adding some constructive criticism to some of the Birmingham defenders there. But there was bags of room for the Aston Villa attack there, and it's now 5-3 to the boys in Claret.
Yeah, Jeff Horsfield's definitely taken up his place back at centre half now. I think he definitely left the lad stranded. And that's out for a Blues throw.
And there is the half-time whistle, and 5-3 to Aston Villa at half-time, and a very entertaining first half, Phil.
Oh, definitely. As a 5-3 at half-time, you can't fault that. Those that have made it here, it's a very cold day, but those that have made it along, and hopefully those people that have joined us online will have been entertained. So 8 goals in the first half. You can't fault that.
Definitely, and we'll have a look at those goals in just a moment. Okay, so here's the first one. Aston Villa take the lead, and a lovely bit of build-up play, and then Tony Daly, he's not going to miss that one, is he?
No, and also was it Charlie Evans? I think that little back heel in front through to Tony Daly.
I believe it was, yep. Here we can see it against a ball coming into Charlie Evans from Tony Daly. A lovely little 1-2, and then just a little flick there, completely taking Ian Thomas out of the game. And then Daly, all he had to do was just slide it under Douglas Hogarth. And as for the second goal, a free header for that man himself, Charlie Evans, and just a bit of poor marking there by Birmingham, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean it's clear. I think a lot of them are looking at Stephen because he's the bigger of the two. I think there was a few people too busy marking Stephen, and he's just snuck in, and great goal. Nice stooping header.
Well, it wasn't all doom and gloom. Birmingham did pull one back through Ryan Courtney, finishing at a very tight angle there. Nice little finish.
That was a great finish. Great finish.
You see, just letting it roll under George Thomas's feet. And there was Courtney to apply the finish, and he applauds the pass as well.
I just looked at Rob's face in goal, and he wouldn't have been happy being beaten at his near post like that.
Well, Mum, we mentioned a lot George Thomas pulling that one back for Courtney to get his second goal, and that was probably one of the best goals we've seen so far this afternoon. Lovely bit of build-up play, and then a fantastic finish, slight deflection on the way as well.
Yeah, slight deflection, but you can't take it away from the finish. It was a cracking goal.
But Villa was straight back into the game again. This Habrara, who we've mentioned on a lot of occasions, had a very good game so far, and he just beat Hogarth to the ball there and just lifted it over him, and then such a simple finish into the back of the net.
To be fair, I mean, you say a simple finish, but I mean, he chipped it over the keeper. You've got to be a little bit careful when you're putting your feet up that high, but it was a great finish, and for me, he's been the standout player in the first half.
Well, you see, that was Paul Devlin, and once he gets through on goal, you've got to expect us getting in the back of the net.
Yeah, you got to feel for Rob there. You could see it in his eyes. He was a beaten man before he'd kicked the ball.
And then finally, just before half time, Tony Daly with one of the most simple goals he'll get in his long career, I'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely. It was another good goal. I don't think we've had a bad goal at all. The 8 goals in the first half. There's been some great goals, and I think the 2 standout goals for me, Courtney's second and Abrera's goal.
Absolutely. Well, both teams are in the change rooms now, and I wonder what the Birmingham coach will be saying to their girls.
I don't think they'll be too disheartened. They're 2 behind, but there's more to play there for them.
Well, our venue for today is Sutton Coldfield Town Football Club. As you can see, the pitch is in wonderful condition, and we spoke to their groundsman Neil earlier on today. Neil, thank you very much for joining us. Now, tell us a little bit about Sutton Coldfield. How many teams play here?
We have a senior side that plays in the Evo Stick Northern League. We've got a vet side that's played this morning, and then we have 21s, 218s, 15s and 13s. So we've got a good spread across the ages, and that side of the club is developing with a ladies section starting from next season.
Now, I notice as we're standing here, we're on 3G pitch, which is obviously artificial. And how does that help you across the winter particularly?
There's been many benefits to it. We're in our 4th season now on the 3G. We play an awful lot of football on it. We've averaged about 275 matches a season across the different teams that operate here. So we do ask a lot of it. We're enjoying good revenue from it. And of course, at this time of year, when other pitches are starting to feel the consequences of weather, we carry on regardless. This will be the 5th game this weekend. We had 5 games last weekend, plus all the other activity in the week. We believe this is the way ahead for clubs that are operating at our level.
Absolutely. Now, of course, you're a club who always gets involved with charities. Mm-hmm. How much does the Baby Blue charity mean to you guys?
It's very important. I mean, Stephen approached us quite a while ago to discuss the plans for the day. He was quite stressed about weather and the implications, so it made Coles Lane an obvious choice as far as staging the game and being more confident that the game would go ahead. The cause itself is one that we are very happy to support, and hopefully with Stephen's work over the last few weeks we'll have a lot of people coming down the drive shortly who will support him on the day.
Absolutely. Out of curiosity, how much does this ground hold?
We are probably record attendance here is about 4,000 or just over. Guidelines are suggesting, however, that we are limited by the number of turnstiles that we have. It's just the way the ground grading operates. We can host 2, 3, up to 4,000.
And in terms of the future of the club, have any plans?
Most definitely. I mean, we're currently sitting top of the table. There's teams who have games in hand, who can catch us based on those games in hand, but as they say in football, always better to have the points in hand. I'd love to think that we could be promoted. I'd love to think that we could push on then for conference football in the near future. And what we're building is a sustainable football club that operates at a non-league level. So that's a big challenge. Conference is these 2 promotions away, but we'd love to be there.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much for your time. Well, we're back underway here at Sutton Coldfield with Aston Villa straight on the attack at Birmingham City with Habrara, who we mentioned a lot in the first half. and there could still be a chance of for Cullen very early on into the side netting on this occasion, but a bright start for Aston Villa.
Definitely. Yeah, a very short break for half time, but straight out the traps, and I thought it was going to be a very early goal in the second half.
Well, I think having a long break, you run the risk of getting warm, then coming back out into the cold. So I think all the players are very keen to get going again. And there's Evans wide into Joel Maidenborough.
Evans, another player that's having a great game today.
Absolutely. Lovely little turn there by Maidenborough, and they can play a ball down the line towards Harbrara, and Villa have got men inside, including Byfield. There's a chance at the back post, and it was Marit Lasko there arriving late, and I think the bounce just did them a little bit there, just bounced before he kicked it.
Yeah, it did. Again, I think he probably had time to take a touch there before he shot, but yeah, again, worth a try. Goalkeeper was stranded.
Well, a slow start for the boys in royal blue, and a good one for the boys in claret. But now Blues run the ball with Martin O'Connor back to Jeff Horsfield, who looks for that ball again into Neil Wall, and interested if he can keep this into play. I think he just won't, unfortunately, for the Blues, but a very good ball for Jeff Horsfield. He's looking for that every time, isn't he?
I think that was the thing. I think Villa have pushed up very, very high, and he thought we need to get this up the pitch as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, the man that was meant to be on the end of it didn't quite have the pace of the ball, so a little bit too long, but it's a good idea though. They needed to relieve the pressure.
Well, here comes Harbrara again with a chance wide for Evans, who'll get the ball onto his left foot and play it on the edge of the box, but Jeff Horsfield is there once again to intercept, and now he can come forward with Paul Devlin, scorer of a fantastic goal earlier, a wonderful finish, and we've seen him do that on so many occasions for Birmingham City, and doing it one more time here today. And he tries to pick out Thomas, but it's away by Fawkes, and now Hamilton can bring it forward into Cullen. Jeff Horsfield, he reads the game so well, doesn't he, Jeff Horsfield? You can tell he's had a long career in professional football.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Philip went for the dummy there, but he wasn't going to be mugged then. He knew exactly what was happening and intercepted, and nearly made a break for Blues there.
Well, it's a good one there by George Thomas against Darren Byfield. There could be a break on for Villa with pace with Evans, and he's got bags of it, and now we can drive into the area. There's men inside for Aston Villa. Harbrara wants it pulled back, he gets it. Can he finish? Yes, he can. And wow, another fantastic goal for Aston Villa, and again it's that man, Mehdi Harbrara.
Yeah, definitely another player on for that's scored a brace now. So both Courtney and Harbrara both on two, and well deserved.
Well, you can see the replay here, pulled back to Harbrara, and did benefit from a deflection. I think he actually came off Horsfield in the end, and just went into the back of the net. Not a lot that Hogarth could do with that, really.
No, I think the deflection obviously took it way too far. He had no chance after the deflection, so unlucky, but a well worked goal.
Well, it's 6-3 here now at Sutton Coldfield.
You know, I can't see it being too long before Jeff Horsfield pushes up now. But as proved earlier, when he did start to push up, it did leave him exposed at the back. So he'll be caught in two minds, I think, at the minute.
Well, Blues could be coming striking back now with Neil Wall, but their back is Evans, and he's all over the pitch, is he, Evans? He was on the left a minute ago, now he's over on the right, and he really is putting a shift in for Aston Villa. Yeah,
he's got bundles of energy. There's a couple of the players, I say, Evans and Navarro, both just plenty of energy all over the pitch.
And Jeff Horsfield showing a bit of his ball skills there in the area. That's a bit of a risky play.
Yeah,
but
a little bit of showboating, you don't be doing that.
Right, it's wide again for Harbrara. He doesn't quite get it in control first time, but he's still got it, and he can deliver this time, but it's away by Tom Fabo. Could be a chance for Devlin now though, to try and turn and get it away for Blues. Jimmy Jones back into Horsfield, who hooks away. Now here's Byfield on that much favoured left, and he jinks onto his left foot, and he'll try and get a delivery now. There's plenty of men in the box for Aston Villa, and he goes alone and he scores alone, and that makes it 7-3 to Aston Villa. Darren Byfield caused all sorts of problems so far this afternoon and causing even more there.
Again, his second of the day, so he'll be happy with his day's work, I would have thought, so far.
Well, it just goes under Douglas Hogarth in the Birmingham goal. Do you think you could have saved that one, perhaps?
Nah.
Darren Byfield knew exactly what he was doing, getting the ball onto that favoured right foot and guiding it past Hogarth. Here we go with Birmingham now, with George Thomas, who will try his luck, but it's just over the bar, just a little bit too much on that one.
A little bit hopeful there. As I say, he's a big keeper, is Rob. He's 6'4", 6'5", but he could have been stood on his own head and that would have still whistled over his.
Well, 7-3 here at Sutton Coldfield, but of course scores like this are no surprise in this sort of game. Last year it was 7-6 to Birmingham, so I think we can expect several more goals in this game, especially when this man's on the ball. Here's Darren Byfield running at Jeff Horsfield, twisting left and right and then left again, and what a goal that was.
What a goal.
A hat-trick for Darren Byfield, and what a way to seal it. Twisting left, twisting right, turning Jeff Horsfield every which way possible, and then providing the finish.
Brilliant finish, great feet. Yeah, I think poor old Hogarth in goal. Well, he had a few players on him, but great feet and great finish.
Excellent work by Byfield. Now Birmingham have it all to do, and Aston Villa need to stay resolute.
Here's that man again.
Score at this level, unfortunately for Byfield. He couldn't get away with that time, and Birmingham would try and launch attack, but out comes Mills and makes a good challenge. I think Courtney just caught him late there, unintentionally, of course, but Birmingham still play on, and is such a crucial header there by Cullen, making it back, and that's such an important interception because that was going straight on the head of Wall at the back post. You can see there that
Rob's injured.
Mills, he caught himself there, didn't he? I think unintentionally by Courtney, just the collision of the two as they both went towards the ball.
Yeah, it was a good little passage of play there for Blues. Unfortunately not rewarded with a goal at the end of it, but definitely their best spell for the last at least 10 minutes or so, I would say.
What a flag is up against Marek Lasko. He seems to be playing a little bit further forward in this half. He was at centre back in the first half, but seems to be adopting a left wing position this half, Phil.
Yeah, so there's a few of them. There's been a bit of chop and changing, which obviously from a commentary point of view can be a little bit confusing. But yeah, I mean the changes seem to be working. So
it's a good tackle there by Ryan Courtney, and then we'll go out for a goal kick, which Rob Mills will take, and he's still holding that left shoulder there. It's going to be one of them that will hurt in the morning, I think.
Yeah, but I can't see him coming off. Particularly as I don't think there was a goalkeeper for a start, but yeah, he'll want to play the full 90 minutes.
Well, of course, all of the players playing today have paid to play for the privilege today, to play alongside their club legends, and it must be fantastic, especially for the likes of young Mehdi Habrara. And there could be a chance on here for Marek Lasko as he pulled it back towards Evans, and Cullen, and inches wide. That was not a bad effort at all.
Not a bad effort at all. But it's amazing how quick that the game can change. From, say, Blues had a very strong couple of minutes there, and suddenly it's straight back down the other end, and very nearly another goal.
Well, it seems that all went in. From our angle, we could not see that at all, but it appears they must have gone through the net, and it is now 9-3 to Aston Villa.
Well, it definitely hit the fence at the back, so it must have gone straight through. There must be a hole in the net. So
here comes Villa with Byfield. It's a good ball across towards Habrara, but this time it will run through to Hogarth in the Blues goal.
Yeah, well, I think we'll have to wait to find out who was the scorer on that.
We will have to see. I believe it was Danny Cullen with his curling efforts. We're a good 60-70 yards away from that, and to us it seemed like it went wide of the post.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely thought that was wide. It was definitely a goal.
Well, Villa looking in a very comfortable position now as Blues regain possession with Jeff Horsfield. Here's Byfield. Ball inside towards Maidenborough, but Blues can bring it away with Paul Devlin. He'll look for that switch ball towards Neil Ball, who has a bit of space where he could drive into. And they'll try and get that switch ball towards Thomas. That comes out to Devlin. Thomas again, tried a little flick back, but Charlie Evans was there.
Intercepted by Stephen With. It looked like he was actually trying to pass that to
And that's a
the referee.
fantastic ball
Herrera's
into
through.
Herrera, and now he must surely make
Take
it
it there.
10, and he does. Fantastic bit of play by Aston Villa, and Herrera doing what he does best, getting in behind the fullbacks and providing the finish there.
So not the hat trick people that we were expecting, or well, as Stephen was hoping for a hat trick earlier. He's not on the team sheet yet, but we've had 2 hat tricks so far. Herrera and Darren Byfield, of course.
Well, I bet Mehdi Herrera can't wait to go home and tell his friends what he did on a Sunday afternoon today. He scored a hat trick against the likes of Jeff Horsfield.
Jeff Horsfield looks like he's going in goal now.
Absolutely.
Is he? Yeah, he's definitely going in goal.
Well, an interesting move. We were hoping we'd see him going into his favoured centre-forward position, but it seems that Horsfield will be going into goal as Douglas Hogarth is coming off.
Yeah, you got to feel sorry for him. To be fair, he probably wasn't expecting 10 earlier. But
Well, he's had a difficult afternoon. Can't be blamed for most of them, really. I think, most of them were clear-cut chances, and he's done his best. He has made some very good saves, but that's the afternoon over for Douglas Hogarth. So James Brooks comes on as his replacement, and he'll drop into the centre-half position where Jeff Horsfield was playing.
We'll have to see how Jeff fares as a goalkeeper. He scored plenty in his time, but how many can he keep out?
Well, we'll have to see.
Oh, he could be called
He
into
could be
action quite
tested
quickly.
very early on with Byfield. What's Horsfield got? He dives down at the feet
save.
of Byfield. That's a very good save by Jeff Horsfield. The Blues just
Villa on the
can't
march
seem to
again.
clear the line today with Lasco. And there's a chance now for... wow. Very close to Stephen getting his first goal there.
Yeah. I'm sure Jeff would have had words in the car park if he'd have scored that one.
Frustrating second half so far for Birmingham City. Just can't seem to get the ball out of their half, to be honest. They've got 3 men, seeming like 3 up front now.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where you just got to go for it now, haven't you?
It's a nice ball by Devlin into George Thomas, who will try and deliver, but it will go out for a goal kick to Aston Villa.
Changing goals as well for Villa. Yeah, I didn't think Rob could last, but it's one of the outfield players that's coming through. I'm just trying to see who it is from here.
Well, just coming up to the hour mark, and would you believe it is Aston Villa 10, Birmingham City 3. And I don't think we expected goals. Maybe not quite this much.
Not quite this many. So it'll be interesting to see how Jeff Horsfield gets on in goal. As I said, I didn't expect him to play centre half most of the game. I certainly didn't expect him to go into goal. So we'll see. But he's done well with a couple of the efforts so far.
Charlie
He's going to be
Evans for
called
a
in.
goal there.
He's offside.
But the flag is up on goal.
Ball's in the net, but offside.
Well, let's take the opportunity of a break to have a look at the goal from earlier where, well, we couldn't believe it went in. We thought it went wide. We'll get a better look now. Great layoff by Evans, and then basically it's just passed into the back of the net. And as you can see, it's because it bounces out. That's why it hits the back of the goal and bounces out. That's why we thought it had gone wide.
Well, it literally hit the stanchion at the back of the goal and came out, which was the noise we heard, and thought it was behind the goal.
Well, nonetheless, a great goal by Danny Cullen. His first off the game, and another bit of good play by Charlie Evans there with the layoff. Really has been an impressive performance by him, as it has many of the non-pros, and it could be a chance for another one here with Habrara, but Horsfield comes out well.
Quick thinking from Horsfield there, because there was no Blues defenders anywhere near him there. So
that could be a chance now for Alan AJ Jones. It'd be fantastic if he could get a goal, but he's just dragged wide. But a good breakaway by the Blues.
Yeah, definitely, and again, I think Villa might have a comfortable lead at the moment, but ultimately you can't take anything for granted.
Well, Blues starting to apply a little bit more pressure around now. With Paul Devlin looking fantastic in that centre midfield, a very composed player with a lot of skill and a lot of class, Phil.
Yeah, definitely. And so there's a lot of players that have had great performances today, and a great scoreline. Well, depends on which side of the fence you're leaning, but again, looking at it from a neutral point of view, you want to see goals.
Chance for Habrara again, the flag stays down, and it was a good interception there by Tom Fabo and Jeff Horsfield. He does what he wants, doesn't he, Jeff Horsfield?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, big guy as well, you wouldn't really want to argue with him.
Well, don't forget, all of today's action is in aid of the Baby Blues charity, and a wonderful turnout here at Sutton Coldfield. We've just recently been joined by a few Birmingham City fans sat next to us, a few young lads, and yeah, it's a fantastic turnout, and that's really good to see everyone getting down, supporting the charity, and all for a fantastic cause.
Yeah, definitely. One of them's actually a West Brom fan by the look of the
oh really?
jacket,
Well, there we go.
So again, definitely a neutral.
It's a great day out for anybody, no matter which club you support. Although Birmingham City fans might be left a little bit sore after this one.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you've still got just under half an hour left, but well, anything can happen. The Villa goals all came very quickly, so
absolutely,
that really is.
It's a long effort by Fawkes. Well, if that one went in, I think we'd all be a little bit shocked, wouldn't we?
Let's say Jeff Horsfield was left rooted right at the outside of the box, so yeah, he wouldn't have been happy if that had gone in.
Well, there we go. As I said, a lot of fans here today, young and old. Now, little lad certainly seems to be enjoying the football today. And now here's Fawkes. There could be a chance on for Jones. And it's hooked away towards Habrara, who will try and use his pace to get past Thomas, who does well. Ian Thomas seems like a bit of a no-nonsense defender at left back there, and he's had a bit of a tough time against Habrara, but he's done well.
Yeah, as I say, it's still up for the fight, but yeah, he's had a hard game, but still going.
I think the main difference between the two sides, which we've witnessed, is just Village seem to have a bit of extra pace in that final third, don't they? Just like here with Darren
This man here,
who coming through on goal against Horsfield, and wow, I don't think Jeff could have done a lot about that one, could he?
Nah.
And Darren Byfield gets his fourth goal of the game, and of course he was a late addition to this event as well. Wasn't expected to be here yesterday, and here he is. And well, he's bought his shooting boots, hasn't he?
Yeah, stepped up to the plate, and he'll be glad he came along now. Jeff Horsfield not quite so much when yeah, he sold him a dummy there, went down too early, and he just knew that was it.
Well, it's 11-3 now to Aston Villa, and could be a lot more as Byfield's on the ball again. Wonderful feet, but out comes Horsfield.
Read it well.
Read it well, but it could still be on
to Byfield.
For Byfield. He's having no luck today, Jeff Horsfield. And eventually he gets it under control. Well, all Birmingham City fans will know how the old chant used to go: "Feed the horse, and he will score." And they would love a few goals today, but unfortunately, the goal scorer is in goal today.
He is, as I say, he's stepped in for Hogarth for the last 5 minutes. First one he's conceded, but yeah, he wasn't going to save that.
Of course, if you just tune in, then the scoreline that you're reading is the correct one. Is Aston Villa 11, Birmingham City 3.
Charlie Evans busy again. Lovely ball in. Is Herrera again.
And of course, don't forget, this is Birmingham
Quite well,
City
yeah.
11 and Aston Villa 11. Two sides made up of fans and a few ex-professionals as well. And a few ex-professionals who have gone on to hurt Birmingham City today, with Darren Byfield particularly scoring 4. Tony Daly took it in with 1 as well.
Yeah, so I think the Blues fans that are either watching online or have turned up today will be probably a little bit disappointed to see that Horsfield is in goal, because they'll have expected to see him putting a few in the net, but at the other end.
Well, that was a semi-chance there for Aston Villa with Maidenborough. A nice little ball from the left from Charlie Adams, and the header just wide. Charlie Evans, I do apologise. Scorer of a goal earlier on, and got an assist as well for Danny Cullen's goal. It's been a very impressive performance from the young man.
Yeah, it looks like Paul Devlin's gone to centre back now. But I think really,
And not a bad effort there by Steve, who we mentioned earlier, Steve With, who was of course the organiser of this event. He said he was going to get himself a hat-trick today. He's yet to score, but wasn't far away here. As you can see, gets the ball onto that favoured right foot, and it's not far away now. I think Jeff Horsfield thought he was safe.
Well, the goal kick seems to be going a bit further now.
Well, Hamilton, it's a good ball.
Charlie
In
Evans
towards
again.
Evans, but Horsfield comes out and reads that one. And Devlin will hit the long ball forward, but the flag is up against Ben Ress.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit like damage limitation there for Blues, which I think which is why Paul Devlin seems to have dropped back.
Here is Steve With. To Mark Thomas. Blues regain possession with Paul Devlin. We'll try and launch an attack now with Jimmy Jones. Battling away with the Aston Villa defence, and now Villa can bring it forward with Habrara. Seen a lot of him today, driving at the Birmingham defence. But there is Ryan Courtney back to intercept, but Habrara still goes at it and still persists, but unfortunately for Aston Villa, Jeff Horsfield can bring the ball forward, quite literally.
I think Habrara got a little bit frustrated with Stephen that he didn't run through on that, but I don't think Stephen would have got on the end of that 10 years ago, let alone now. So
here's Evans battling away. Steve With. Ball wide for Lasco into Habrara, battling away with Paul Devlin, and then all the way back to Jeff Horsfield in the goal, who calmly plays it out wide towards Ian Thomas.
and that's out for a Villa throw.
Well, Nigel Parsons will take this throw in, but it only goes as far as Ben Ress, and our Blues could try and break, but there's too much on that one, and it will run through to the Aston Villa goalkeeper, who's just changed. I'm not quite sure who that is at the moment. We'll have a look.
A risky move.
It was Rob Mills who came out still nursing that shoulder injury. And Villa can bring it away now. Score remains 11-3 to Aston Villa, 17 minutes played. And we just have 20 minutes plus stoppages left.
And it goes out for a Blues throw.
Good battling by Habrara, but unfortunately for Aston Villa it will be a free kick. Habrara just to be a little bit too rough there as he was trying to intercept Ian Thomas. So will be a goal kick to Aston Villa and taken very shortly to Joel Maidenborough, who has some space. He can bring this ball forward.
Yeah, we must find out who's in goal now for Villa, because Rob's gone off. Obviously, he's taken over his shirt, but that doesn't
And
do
there's
us.
acres of space here for Charlie Evans, who's through on goal. He's wide open and one-on-one with Jeff Horsfield. And there we go, as simple as that. Charlie Evans gets his second goal again, and you could have called that one a mile off. He had acres of space in the centre midfield. And maybe a breakdown in communication by Birmingham City at the back there.
Yeah, you feared for him for a second or two, then you thought he might get a rush of blood to his head, but no, he's calm as you like, and he's just gone. I mean, he's got Paul Devlin coming in from one side, Jeff Horsfield, he just takes it as calm as you like.
A very good day for the young man.
Actually, it was Jimmy Jones coming in defence. I've done Paul Devlin a disservice there.
I think Paul Devlin was still on the halfway line, trying to make it back, but wasn't back quite as quick as Jimmy Jones. And now Blues can try and launch an attack with George Thomas, who's again had a very good game for Birmingham City. Hasn't done a lot of the ball in this second half, but I think that's mainly because Villa have retained possession very well.
It looks like it's a Villa throw. Unfortunately, it's just to the side of the stand where
Corner kick taken by George Thomas. Out to Devlin. Twisting onto his right foot. Interested to see if he gets a shot away. And I think that's a bit of a shot stroke cross there. But the keeper was out to claim. And they will go out for a Birmingham throw-in. Halfway inside the Aston Villa half. I think you can see it here from where we're sat. We can obviously see the whole pitch. And there's loads of room for the Aston Villa attack, isn't there?
yeah, there's plenty of room, and it's a rare on the
Chance
ball
up for
again.
Habrara. And that's another goal. The fourth goal for him, and that was a fantastic goal. A very tight angle. Managed to divert it into the bottom corner.
Yeah.
And it's 13-3.
Yeah, so we can see most of the pitch apart from the that part to our right hand side, which unfortunately I just said it was a throw when it was actually a corner.
It certainly is a day to remember for Mehdi Habrara. He scores his fourth alongside Darren Byfield, who also has 4. And then Charlie Evans, Danny Cullen and Tony Daly make up the rest of the score sheet. As for Birmingham, 2 goals for Ryan Courtney and 1 for Paul Devlin. But a frustrating second period for them. And here's Habrara again. Good interception that time. Stephen With can't get a shot on target, and it's hooked away by Birmingham City.
Good interception there.
And Villa have the ball wide now with Mark Thomas. Well, let's try and get his cross in. Rolls it in for Charlie Evans. Flag stays down. Horsfield shimmies to his right, and the ball is passed into the back of the net to make it 14-3.
I made that a hat-trick for Evans again.
Absolutely. His day just keeps getting better and better. Probably one of the easiest goals he will score.
I think Jeff Horsfield is regretting going in goal there. And Villa on the ball again. Herrera again.
Villa try and get the ball across to Evans, but this time Paul Devlin is there. It's great work rate by Aston Villa. Even with 75 minutes on the clock and an 11-goal lead, they're still chasing down the ball.
Well, there's, I think there's about 33 minutes till kick-off at Villa Park, and I think they could do a lot worse than look at Charlie Evans and Mehdi Herrera. What a great partnership they are.
It's an opportunity for Evans again. Twisting and turning. Could still be on for Evans, and it's a good challenge on this occasion by Paul Devlin. And it will be a corner kick to Aston Villa. Taken short to Mehdi Herrera. As Marek Lasko is dispossessed there. And now Birmingham City try and come forward. And now something could be on here as Neil Wall is wide. He's got inside of him. He's got AJ Jones.
Cut out easily there.
Maybe that's just been the difference between the two sides today. Aston Villa took their chances on the break. Birmingham City, maybe less so. Here's Ryan Courtney. Nice little flip by him, and he can bring it forward. That's a nice little ball over the top of Ben Ress. But he didn't quite have the legs to get on the end of that one. But it certainly is a fantastic event today, and fantastic for the non-players to get involved and play alongside their legends from their clubs. And here's Herrera again with ball across. Into Stephen.
Stephen Wiff goes first.
Stephen Wiff, and you can hear the cheer for that one. A big cheer for the organiser of this event, and of course this event all for the Baby Blue charity. And for your donation details are on the screen there. Please do check out the charity. It is a wonderful cause, and it's provided us with a fantastic day here. Well, there's 1 of 3. He's got 2 more to get to keep up his prediction.
How long has he got? He's got just over 12 minutes. But you never know with this game. It's just been, particularly since the break.
Well, here's the replay. Herrera, the architect again. And there was Stephen to pass it into the top corner. Beautifully done. But I think certainly for Stephen, doesn't matter about the results today, doesn't matter how many he scores. I think the day itself has been a triumph for him, certainly.
Definitely. As I say, plenty of people turned up to watch. We understand there's a lot of people watching online, so all the money going to a fantastic cause.
And of course, don't forget, once this game is over, it will be re-uploaded so you can see all your highlights from today's game, and trust me, there's been a lot of them.
Yeah, so it's it's worth it for the goals. You just don't expect. We will be pointing out that it's not actually a rugby match.
Chance on for Villa now, with Fawkes getting forward. Been playing centre half all day, but he's finally decided to have a bit of a lunge forward and try and get himself on that increasingly long score list. And Jeff Horsfield, little bit of showboating, and then the ball forward towards Courtney, but the flag is up against him.
We're trying to keep track of the goal scorers, trying to keep track of the people who've scored hat-tricks.
Absolutely, there could be a chance here for Fawkes, but it didn't quite connect with that one, and it spoons away into the fans behind the goal. Is there a part of you feel that wishes you was down there playing?
No, unfortunately, size 12 feet and Sparrow's ankles, I was never going to make a footballer.
Well, Birmingham come forward once more, still persevering. They seem to have 4 up front now, it seems, with the attempt to try and pull one back. Now here's a chance for Lasko, and it goes wide. Actually, hits the photographer down there.
It's a photographer.
Wonder if he got that one on his camera. Horsfield's goal kick is a good one into Neil Wall, who had a very good first half, but again, the struggle to get on the ball in this second half, which has been the same sort of story for all the Birmingham players, really.
I think it's been a very quiet half for Blues, unfortunately.
Of course, don't forget there's always football on down here at Sutton Coldfield Town. We heard the views of Neil, the general manager, at half time, and he's involved in everything in the club. And as he said, he's having a fantastic season, top of the league, Sutton Coldfield Town, and they really are a club that's going in all the right directions, and they've helped us put on a fantastic event today. And there's Jeff Horsfield showboating again. He's having a great time, isn't he?
Well, he was then. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been for the previous 20 minutes.
Of course, we mentioned before the game about Jeff Horsfield. Made a lot of achievements in his career, on and off pitch. And there could be a chance on here for George Thomas. Nice little cut inside. Can he get his left foot around it? He can't, and it will run through to the keeper. Important interception, and he's getting by that man Charlie Evans, getting back doing his defensive duties as well.
Yeah. Well, like you say, it's just been non-stop. What a great engine he's got. He's just been up and down the pitch, every blade of grass.
Well, he's only a young lad, sorry. Could only be 18, 19 perhaps.
Yeah,
really
I'd say
has
that.
done very well today.
They said that they've been the two standout players, and they're the non-pros. So
Now here's Lasco. Well, tries look from range, but it'll walk out slowly for a goal kick. Well, I'll go back to what I was saying about Jeff Horsfield. Of course, a lot of achievements on and off the field, but he'd consider one of his biggest ones was, of course, beating testicular cancer back in 2008.
well, that's the biggest of them all, isn't it? When something like that strikes, a lot of people around supporting him, and there's been some quite high-profile ones, isn't there? So with both Jeff Horsfield, still in Petrov, thankfully all seem to be making great recoveries.
Absolutely, and both still playing again now. Like Jeff Horsfield at Alvechurch in a player manager role, and still in Petrov playing Sunday League football again for Whitchurch Wanderers in the over 35 leagues, and that's fantastic to see him playing again because he really was a fantastic player.
Yeah, and he's playing with another former pro, Dave Buist, formerly of Coventry City. Both playing the same team, and yeah, it's good to see them both playing and enjoying the game.
Well, of course, as we keep reminding, this is all for the Baby Blue charity, which is set up by Ken Mole, who we spoke to before the game, all in aid of his wife, who unfortunately passed away, his wife Lindsay, and whose brother is actually playing today. He's wearing number 11 for Birmingham City. But I don't think the result's going to matter too much to him, as he's had a great day playing alongside some of the Birmingham legends.
I don't think that was what Stephen had in mind then with that ball. It bounced a little bit too far of him.
Absolutely. Well, there's just 6 minutes remaining on the clock plus stoppages, and Aston Villa are still overloading Birmingham City in their half, and there could be a chance on here for Hamilton, but Jeff Horsfield read that one very well.
Very well.
And now he can come away with it into Courtney, and now there could be a chance for Blues if they can get this away and Courtney get out of his feet.
Of course, Courtney with that first half brace, but we haven't seen a great deal of him since, so I'm sure he'll be wanting to get on the team.
Here's a chance for Lomas. There's a good interception there, and Villa can bring it away with Mark Thomas there.
Did Stephen with Lasco,
And here's Nick Hawkes. It's a good interception on that occasion by Tom Fabo, but Villa still have it wide to Mehdi Habrara, who has space to run into, and he's done that all day long. And this time it's Ian Thomas back to make a good interception, but Villa still have it with Charlie Evans. Skips away from one, skips away from another one, and plays it wide for Lasco. That's a nice little effort, and that's a fabulous goal over Jeff Horsfield's head.
he won't be happy with that one. Great goal, great goal.
And Marek Lasco takes one touch, gets out of his foot, and then lifts it over Jeff Horsfield. And that's insult to injury for the boys in royal blue. Aston Villa 16, Birmingham City 3.
.85 on the clock. Something tells me the goals haven't dried up just yet.
Certainly not, as Aston Villa come forward again with Charlie Evans. He's got men with him, or he can go on his own.
Well read by Jeff Horsfield.
Jeff Horsfield again, an excellent reader of the game. He comes out and claims that one. And he gives Charlie Evans a little high five afterwards. And now it can be a chance for Blues with Lomas. But it's well read there by Danny Cullen, scorer of the mystery goal, which me and Phil both thought went wide. Here is Stephen With. Of course, has organised this whole day.
Yeah, it was one of those jaw-dropping moments when they realised they were kicking off.
Absolutely.
We just both looked at each other. Really? Was that a goal? The phantom goal, we'll call that one.
Of course, the flag is up against Ryan Courtney. The play won't be stopped and the ball will roll back to the Villa goal. And can be brought forward by Joel Maidenborough. Could be a chance on for Fawkes. Bean Thomas is there to intercept, but Fawkes has still got it into Herbrara. And there's Evans into Herbrara one more time. On the edge of the area. It's a good ball into Fawkes, who will strike with the outside of his foot. And goes wide of the goal. Now if that one would have gone in, that would have been a real talking point. Outside of the boot, from the edge of the area. Unfortunately, curling a bit too far away.
A full-blooded shot, unfortunately, just wide.
Horsfield every time seems to be finding Neil Wall. And Neil Wall can look to try and get that cross in, but he comes inside to George Thomas, who will strike from range. Ooh. And I think I just hit the top of the net.
It did
Not
hit
a bad
the
effort at all.
Yeah, it's definitely the closest Blues are coming this half. And unlucky.
It's Thomas.
Good passage of play.
Chase on for With. And Lasco gets in there. He's got men in support, or he might go alone. Stephen Whips inside. He plays it into Fawkes. And then finds a brow. The flag goes up. Very frustrating for Aston Villa. A very unselfish play as well.
It was, and I think because Jeff Horsfield, I think, was having a drink at the time, turned around and suddenly realised there was 4 Villa players charging towards him.
Here's
Steve, we're turning back the clock. On a bit of pace there.
Left foot around that one. He doesn't quite get enough on it, and Jeff Horsfield can boot it away down the field. But it's came to that time in the match now where players are starting to tie up.
Be interesting to see how many minutes extra time we played.
A lot of players walking out there now as the game seems to take their toll. And here's a ball through now for Fawkes, who's one-on-one with Horsfield. Chance for Fawkes now. Little step over, and there we go.
I thought
Now
it was
17-3 to Aston Villa. And
I thought Hawkes.
that one.
I thought his moment had gone from it. I thought he'd played. I was going to say 2 touches too many. I think it was more like 7 touches more than I thought he was going to do. But took the shot, put it away. Inside the last minute.
A little bit of invention there by the Blues, and that's the full-time whistle. And a fantastic game, extremely entertaining, finishing 17-3 to Aston Villa 11. But I don't think Birmingham will mind too much. They've had a great day out there.
You don't think?
Well, until they have to go home and tell everyone else to score.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it was for the occasion. Everything. The day was for raising money for a fantastic cause, but yeah, they won't have enjoyed that. It was a very close game last time, with Blues just coming out on top, 7-6 last year, but not as close this year.
Well, lots and lots of goals to talk about, and some fantastic performances from a lot of players, particularly Mehdi Habrara and Charlie Evans for Aston Villa, who of course they're not only the ex-professionals, and they had fantastic games alongside them. But
I'd say for me, they were the two standout players. The hard pick to pick a man of the match, really.
Wow. Well, we're going to play some replays of the goals while I head down and try and have a few words with a few of the players from today's game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we predicted there'd be goals today. Maybe not quite this many. Steve, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, it's a whitewash, wasn't it, really, mate? But I tried to make sure that we had good players, but last minute people didn't turn up, so we had to mix things around. So probably that's why the score was the way it was. But you know, that's football, I'm afraid.
Jeff, frustrating for you, but ended up in goal. What was that all about?
Keeper had enough. Do you know what I mean? After conceding 10 in 60 minutes, then he'd had enough. So I just thought I'd go in. I kept a clean sheet against Aston Villa quite a few years ago, so 2003 actually. But no, it's just a bit of fun. Like Steve says, people have let us down, but it's for a great charity, great cause, and we've had a bit of fun as well, and that's all it's about. Yeah, we're competitive, but we enjoy it as well.
Now you predicted you'd get a hat trick. You got one, so you used two off.
Yeah.
But in terms of the day itself, sure, that's for you. That's the biggest winner here, just today itself.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone has turned up. TV doing it all, radio. You know, it's just been brilliant, and these guys as well, because they have their Sundays free, and they're out here playing football, and it's just a credit to them really, because they're great, and the Blues lot couldn't fault them at all.
And Jeff, will you be looking to get involved again next year?
Yeah, definitely. I'll always get involved. I try to do as much work as I can for charity, and when Steve rang me, I gladly played. Do you know what I mean? As long as he buys me a pint in the bar after. Just a few. But no, like he said, it's a great cause, and the lads do turn up. Obviously, like we're all working week in, week out. But for the lads to get up this Sunday as well, credit to them.
Brilliant stuff. I'll let you guys go get warmed up because it is freezing out here.
Yeah,
so well played, both of you.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Cheers. Thank you.
So that's the end of the game here. A very high scoreline, not what was predicting, but a fantastic game and a fantastic event nonetheless. All for the Baby Blue charity. I've been Liam Clark. Alongside me was Phil Colley, and it's been a fantastic event. Thank you very much for all tuning in. We'll see you next time.